collection. Just another way to show the images here. What you're looking at here is the full color version, and these are direct compares against the exact same XY coordinates. There is no transition between these two, so you can actually compare original to original. And then I've got it in full color version and infrared. So here's what's up. So the reason why we see Michelangelo's painting, and he's got it in such a weird contraption like this that you see, the way that it's this red thing like this, okay? No brain is actually shaped like that, and that's because what he did was he combined the infrared version of the Orion Nebula, and that makes the outline of his painting. And then for the internal parts, he painted the full color version, okay? Now, what you have to do is you have to realize that you need to throw away what you think is possible and what's not possible, because we're not in Kansas anymore, okay? So what he did was he painted the Orion Nebula in infrared, and that is what you see right here, down here. The same lines that you see with the arc and everything, and this extrusion over here on the upper right, which no brain actually has. Okay, let's just take a look at the outline first, and we'll take a look at the full color version. What I've done is I've snipped off the pieces that don't really matter that much, because the parts that we're really interested in looking at is the outline of this object right here. And if you notice, the same bow shock arc comes down, it dips up and then comes back down, and I've combined the left side for a comparison right here, where they both come up and back down. And then the extrusion you see on the upper right side is right there as well, and if you can see, I've actually also combined these as well. You'll notice the folds in this right here come back around, the folds come back around as here as well, and you can see how they both come up like this. So this is the way he drew it in infrared. This is what he used to paint the outline. Now when we come up here to the full color version, you're going to be interested in looking at the internal parts of this Orion Nebula, which is what he painted. And so God's arm right here, if you just want to look at it from an overall view without looking at the sections of the painting right now from the side, you'll notice that his arm follows the same path. She's right in the middle of it, and there's a couple people over here as well, just like we have in the painting. Now what I've done is I've zoomed in here on this area. I want you to take a look at his arm again, and you're going to notice that his arm passes the same place on the Y coordinate of the frame, and it dips below the same place in the X coordinate of this. Her face is located in the same place. You'll notice that her eyes follow the same horizontal line all the way through. Her face is the same width. Okay? And this boy right here that you see, this bright area right here is the bridge of his nose. So you have his one eye here, mouth here. This is the exact same X and Y coordinates that you see. So you're going to notice that there's a lot of different things that you can see that match here. And what I've done right here is I've shortened it a little bit more, okay? So now you can see where his arm comes through and where it dips down. You can see that it dips down right in the same corner area. Here's another picture of her face again. These are direct compares. And then over here I've just got her by herself. As you can see, her eyes still follow the same line right here, and her forehead and her hair and the shadow right next behind his ear that goes all the way across, that also follows the same pattern as well. So when you take a look at the two together, you have the same shadows going on, and her face is in the same area for reference. Then I've got a zoomed in version of the shadow by itself. Okay, so then what I've also done is I've created a black and white version, because some people like the details of this more, some people don't. Here we go again. Just want to look at the top of them together. Here we go. Here she is again with her face and the arm that goes down next to her. Okay. And then what I've done here is I've showed the lines of the bow shock and the Orion Nebula and what it creates down here versus the painting. And then what I've done is I created a separate one to show